Have you ever wondered why you always find spiders tucked away in the corners of your house? Well, there's an old story about it, a folk tale about a very famous spider named Ananse. Long, long ago, Ananse didn't hide in corners. In fact, he lived right in the middle of his village where everyone could see him. He had a big, booming laugh, told the most amazing stories, and was always bragging about how clever he was. He was the life of the party. But Ananse had a secret, a very big problem. He loved telling lies even more than he loved telling stories. One sunny afternoon, he went to his neighbor Hen and said, "Oh, Hen, my friend, could I please borrow a little bit of your salt? I promise I'll give it back tomorrow." The very next day, he went to Goat's house. "Goat, old pal," he said, "I'm in a bind. Can I borrow some firewood? I'll bring it right back tomorrow." But of course, tomorrow never seemed to arrive for Ananse. A few days later, Hen came looking for her salt. When she asked Ananse for it, he just shrugged and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but Goat came and took it." Later that day, when Goat asked about his firewood, Ananse pointed a leg toward Hen's house and said Hen needed it, so she borrowed it from me. Soon the whole village was buzzing with confusion and anger. Hen was upset with Goat, and Goat was mad at Hen, and nobody knew what was going on. The village chief finally decided enough was enough. He called everyone to the center of the village. "Let the truth be spoken today," he declared in a loud, firm voice. Ananse, ever the showman, stepped forward with a big, confident smile on his face. He thought he could talk his way out of anything. But as the questions started flying, his clever lies began to fall apart like a broken spiderweb. Ananse clucked Hen, "Did you return my salt?" Ananse started to say yes, but then he stopped. He looked at all the faces staring at him, and he knew there was no lie left that could possibly save him. His voice was just a whisper when he finally said, "No, I ate it." A murmur went through the crowd. "And what about the firewood?" bleated Goat. Ananse's head dropped. "I used it," he confessed, "and I blamed others for my own actions." The chief shook his head slowly. "Ananse," he said, "your cleverness has only made you small." And at that moment, the entire village burst into laughter. It wasn't mean laughter, but the kind of laughter that comes when a hard lesson is learned. Ananse felt his 8 legs tremble with shame. He couldn't stand being the center of attention anymore. He ran as fast as he could away from the crowd and hid himself in the darkest corner of a hut. From that day forward, Ananse never returned to the middle of the village. He stayed in the corners, in the quiet, dusty places where he could watch the world without being seen. And that, the story says, is why spiders still live in corners today. They remember the great shame of Ananse. As the elders say, a lie may travel fast, but it always leads its owner into hiding. Thanks for listening to this story with me. If you enjoyed this little piece of folklore, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tales from around the world. See you next time.